It is important to get many people involved in the setting up of a children's worship center. People of all skill levels will be needed to help purchase and make materials, renovate rooms, sew altar cloths, and collect baskets, as well as serving as the weekly greeters and storytellers. Those who are called to be storytellers attend a weekend training session to learn how to set up and run an effective Children Worship and Wonder Center. They learn about the theology upon which the program is based, and they learn how to tell the stories and use the materials in ways that engage the children's imaginations. We know that quality programs for children take dedication on the part of adults. Children Worship and Wonder is no exception, but it is well worth the effort, time, and money.
In planning General Assembly, we've wondered how in the world to really incorporate kids in worship. There's 7,000 people in the congregation. It's an enormous stage. It's a great, huge warehouse that we turn into a worship space. How do we help children be a part of that faith community at worship? Through the help of Kay Edwards and Disciples Home Mission, we have begun to incorporate worship and wonder into the General Assembly worship experience. One of my favorite moments was when a child felt courageous enough to walk up to a microphone and pray a prayer for the whole assembly, for all of the disciples, as a matter of fact. Really powerful moment when no longer was it just about us trying to incorporate children so that they could be part of what was going on, but that they were so fully part of what was going on that they contributed back.
My daughter Gracie participated in the Children Worship and Wonder program since she was a toddler, and she's always loved it. She's a very physical learner, very kinesthetic learner, and to be able to touch the figures in the story and to engage the story in her own way after it's been told, to retell it in her own way, it's a real gift to her. It has been a real gift to her. She can come back and out of that experience and retell me the story in a way that she never could before, or still really can't just from hearing it read. But once she's engaged it and touched it, really touched it and moved the figures around, it's a real blessing to her. And so, and that's primarily how I know how the experience has been good in our congregation.
Children Worship and Wonder lets our adults know the value that we place in the children. And as we're worshiping in our traditional worship service, the adults know that the kids are getting something of substance in Children Worship and Wonder. And they see the benefits of what they're doing in Worship and Wonder in other settings, in the things that they do in the youth program as they grow older, and they're just getting a very good spiritual base by what they're doing in that program.
Sometimes when adults hear about Children Worship and Wonder, they question if it will really work, because it is such a quiet place and they don't think children can be quiet and be still. And so I share the story of a young lady who was attending a church, and their tradition had been to go outside and play for a while and then come in and have a Bible story. That was their children's worship experience. And the first Sunday that we went to Children Worship and Wonder, she asked me if they were going outside. And I said, no, we don't have time to go outside. The second Sunday, she again asked me, do we get to go outside today? And wasn't quite as upset when I told her no. By the third Sunday, she didn't even ask, because Children Worship and Wonder had become a wonderful experience for her. In just 3 weeks, she had gotten over the need for playtime at worship and had moved on to a beautiful experience of worship.
We have presented just a few examples and experiences of Children Worship and Wonder. Additional information about Children Worship and Wonder can be found online at discipleshomemissions.org/family and children. Or you can contact the Office of Family and Children's Ministries by phone at the toll-free number 1-888-346-2631 or 1-317-713-2641.
In the name of Jesus, children, welcome. In the name of love. the